But Labor Day weekend, the frontal system will bring dry, stable air in behind it. So Saturday through Monday looks great just about everywhere. Quiet weather through most of next week. We call it severe clear. Really classic September weather. This time of year, you can have 5, 6, 7 days where it's just really nice. And that's exactly what's coming with next week's weather. Now, do expect a mid-September weather pattern change. We've hinted at this during the week. We still see that potential of a mid-month change to colder, unsettled weather. We still see it. But up until then, I can tell you that between now and the middle of September, we're going to be struggling to talk about things. Here's today's weather chart, and you can see the upper level low up here, the cool front coming in behind it, and the northwest winds aloft coming in behind it as well. That's going to cut us off from the flow of smoke for not all time, but temporarily, as we get a northwest flow behind the system. This is the upper level forecast chart where the jet stream is going to be by Labor Day Monday afternoon. You see this high building back over the Great Basin in California again, so we're going to see some heat and dryness build back into the area here. But if you look at Montana, Wyoming, and most of Colorado, especially east of the divide, the trajectory of the air should have less smoke in it. There'll still be some, but less. Where we see the smoke hanging around this weekend and into Labor Day Monday is going to be here where it's going to get trapped underneath the high. This little low right here, it's not much of a system, but we're hoping early next week it'll kind of punch into Northern California and Southern Oregon, maybe producing some showers and higher humidity air. But this high right here is going to be rather dominant from this weekend through most of next week. But if we were to go out and look further, this is the mid-September weather pattern change I'm talking about. I'm showing you a map for Tuesday, the 14th of September. We have a low here and a pretty good cold front coming in then. Another big low up here in the Gulf of Alaska with high pressure building up into the Aleutians, and you can see a northwest flow pattern developing. We do expect that this is going to lead to a mid-September change. So let's say as early as the 14th, but I think the 15th through the 20th, folks who go hunting, folks who do traveling, outdoor activities, that's when I think we're going to see a mid-September front that's going to bring more in the way of weather our way. Up until then, though, not a lot going on. And you can see this is by the 17th, Friday the 17th. So basically 2 weeks from today. So we're really sticking our neck out here. So you have to put a question mark with it. A 2-week forecast, you should always question a 2-week forecast. But we continue to see this, and I do think that the timing is such, and it lines up with climatology, that usually mid-September brings something through. And if you were to look at the forecasted temperature anomaly for the 17th of September, based on this 2-week model, there it is. That is a significant shot of cold. Look at Canada, all the way back up to Alaska, central and northern areas of the United States. So whether or not this happens or not, we'll see. I think it's going to happen to some extent, whether it's this severe. That is something that we're just not going to know until we get closer. But for planning purposes, that 15th through the 20th of September is something to kind of watch out for that time range. Have yourself a great weekend, everybody. Your next podcast update will be Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the nice weather this Labor Day weekend.